Update from the Farmers Insurance Open from San Diego, California, specifically La Jolla, California. Beautiful place to play some golf. And look who's atop the leaderboard after round 2. Jon Rahm and Justin Thomas. And then a guy that you may not be familiar with, Adam Schenk, looking for his first PGA Tour victory. A 10 under 62, a career best round for him. Have a day, kid, all tied at 13 under. Justin Thomas up 30-some spots on the leaderboard. He follows up a round 1 68 with a round 2 63, 9 under. Jon Rahm follows up a 66 in round 1 with a 7 under 65. All three of those guys playing the easier North Course on Thursday, where the scoring conditions were prime. Also, Cameron Tringali up the leaderboard as well. He finds himself just one shot off the pace going into the third round. Get some instant analysis. Welcome CBS Sports HQ golf analysts Kyle Porter and Doug Bell, who join us from the PGA Merchandise Show in Orlando, but they're locked in to the Farmers Insurance Open. Three-way tie atop the leaderboard. World number 1, Jon Rahm. World number 6, Justin Thomas. And the 165th ranked player in the world, Adam Schenk. One of these is not like the other, Kyle. Who is this guy, Adam Schenk?
Yeah, Adam Schenk, we were just talking about it with Doug here. He grew up on a sod farm, which if you're a golfer and your name is Schenk and you grow up on a sod farm, there's a lot going on there. Listen, Adam Schenk played great on Thursday in round 2, but he said it himself. You know, he made everything he looked at. He said, I didn't hit the ball that great. He actually said he shanked a ball, no pun intended, on the driving range before his round. So I've got some concerns about him rolling with JT and Jon Rahm over the next 36 holes. I think that's going to be an extraordinarily difficult task for somebody who really did everything on the greens. He gained all of his strokes, almost all of his strokes on Thursday in round 2 on the greens with the putter. I just don't know that that's a formula for sustainability on a golf course at Torrey Pines against 2 of the top 6 players in the world.
Well, Adam Schenk, guys, is a Purdue Boilermaker. You don't say that too often on the PGA Tour. He has gotten better each of the last 3 seasons on the PGA Tour and had a chance to win in Las Vegas at the Shriners Children's Open that Sung J M eventually won. Played poorly in his final round, but as we talked about, he's not a great driver of the golf ball, an exceptional putter. I think he's 11th in strokes gained putting on the PGA Tour. Today, an 8-bagger. That's what they call it on the tour. 8 birdies in a row, and almost closed with 3 in a row, and that last putt rimmed out. So it was a day to relive forever for Adam Schenk, but it'll be very difficult for him to follow that up tomorrow on the difficult south side. So perhaps it's a 2-man race.
Yeah, he's looking for his first PGA Tour victory. Meantime, Jon Rahm looking to repeat there at Torrey Pines. Won the U.S. Open on the South Course. Now looking to win the Farmers Insurance once again on the South Course. Justin Thomas playing the Farmers for the first time since 2015, Doug. What'd you see from both of these guys who are grouped together in the first 2 rounds?
Well, for JT, a bogey-free second round. I mean, that's super solid even for a player in rarefied air like Justin Thomas, who's a superstar in the game. He played exceptionally well today in his second round. Just look at the scorecard. I mean, that's rock solid, 32-31. I know had a chance to roll in a birdie there on his final hole, which was the par 5 9th, and couldn't do it. But nevertheless, I mean, he's in great shape heading into round number 2. And for Jon Rahm, again, Rahm put his second shot at the par 5 9th right in front of the green. And Kyle and I were watching, and we were a little disappointed as he kind of chunked that chip and then misses the birdie putt. And really, for the first time in 2 days, showed a little emotion as he kind of stopped off that green. But that's what you get with Jon. Did have one hiccup there at number 18, which was his 9th hole of the day. But all in all, pretty solid for the Spaniard. He's played really, really well for 2 days.
Yeah, it was really solid. And like you said, I mean, they both very easily could have gotten to 14 under. And if you look at some of the advanced analytics on Data Golf, you know, Data Golf has a 70% chance that either JT or Jon Rahm wins this golf tournament. Everybody else in the field is only 30%. And I think part of the reason for that is you've got 2 guys who, have a collective nearly 20 wins on the PGA Tour. They're 2 guys, they haven't really been out there that long if you're looking at total career arcs. And yet they've proven themselves to be closers. So it's going to be extraordinarily difficult. It'd be extraordinarily difficult for a Cameron Tringali, a Peter Malnati, somebody like that to chase down one of them. But to chase down both of them, and I think the thing that excites me, Hakeem, is what JT struggled with last year was his putter. He didn't putt it very well throughout the spring, after the Players' Championship win and into the summer. It seems to have bounced back, and maybe in an unlikely place, which is Torrey with the Poa annua greens that are traditionally difficult to putt on. So that's the thing that I'm going to be watching for with him this weekend, because it's kind of what left him at times in 2021. If he can get the putter to cooperate, I think he's going to hang with Jon Rahm until the end.
Did he go back to the Scotty Cameron model, Kyle?
Yeah, it looked like, I mean, he had a joke in the fall, Hakeem, where he said he was doing some junior event and some, like, 13-year-old was questioning the putter that he was using. And he was like, I found myself having trying to defend myself to a junior that's like 13 years old about what putter I'm using. So there's been a lot of switching there. I think he is back with the Scotty now, and obviously putting pretty well at Torrey so far.
Yeah, we know Jon Rahm, of course, one of the best putters on the PGA Tour and in all of the world. All right, some big names who are going to miss the cut here. Ricky Fowler, Bryson DeChambeau, his BFF, and the guy now with the blonde hair, which clearly that didn't work out, Brooks Koepka, and then Jordan Spieth. I mean, to me, all of them a big surprise here at the Farmers Insurance Open. Kyle, who's your kind of surprise in terms of those four guys? Maybe you're surprised by all four of them, but this is quite a surprise that all four of these guys have missed the cut here at the Farmers Insurance Open.
Yeah, I think it's surprising. I think Bryson would have to be the most surprising. You know, Fowler has been up and down with his game. Spieth doesn't normally play that great at Torrey Pines. And then Brooks, if it was a U.S. Open at Torrey Pines, he would probably be playing a lot better. But it's not a major championship. It's just a regular tour event. We don't know what we're getting from Brooks other than apparently haircut videos on TikTok. But Bryson's the guy that I'm surprised by. You know, he's not he didn't play that well on Wednesday in the first round. Only shot 2 under on the North Course, where the scoring average was dipping into the 60s. So he didn't set himself up for a lot of success. And Hakeem, when you have to press at a place like Torrey South on Thursday just to make the cut, that's not a good combination. And he's clearly, you know, Doug and I are watching this. He's clearly struggling with some type of injury. It's unclear what it is. He keeps like grabbing his back a little bit. It might be a wrist. It'll be interesting to hear him talk about that after his round. But there's clearly something going on there. So I'm surprised by maybe just. It's a track that somebody like Bryson from tee to green, there's nobody like Bryson. It's a track that Bryson specifically from tee to green should be able to kind of overpower and at least make the cut. Maybe not contend, but at least make the cut. And it hasn't been working for him so far in 2022.
Yeah, Torrey Pines, north or south, it's just such a difficult place to find your game or start your season. And that's what Bryson DeChambeau is doing. We saw him at the Century Tournament of Champions. Hasn't played a lot of golf. I mean, everybody likes to go to Maui, right? Then he comes back. And this is a tough place to kind of rekindle things. And he's all over the lot. I mean, if you watched him today swinging out of his shoes, literally, I've never seen even him swing that hard and ferociously at the golf ball. It's crazy. There's no strategy. It's just swing for the fences, and it doesn't work at Torrey Pines. So he's got to dial it back. The other guy I'm a little disappointed in is Ricky Fowler. Again, misses the cut last week at the American Express. Misses the cut again, played well in the opening round, and then plays very poorly in the second round. So Ricky's not only searching for the game, but searching for consistency. And I think that's what you find with the top guys. And he used to be one of the top guys. You look at scoring average for JT and Jon Rahm and some of these great players, it's 69 point whatever, and Ricky Fowler's in the 70s. That's never good on the PGA Tour, so hopefully Ricky will get it together. The best thing you can say about all these guys that missed the cut, it's early. Long way to go, but Torrey Pines, man, it's a hard place to try to find your game.
Well, we've got moving day on Friday compared to Saturday because, of course, we've got a Saturday finish with the AFC Championship being played on Sunday on CBS. So, Doug, who's a guy that you'd like to make a move on Friday up the leaderboard? And, of course, we saw JT, Justin Thomas, move some 30 spots to get to the top.
Well, you look at the chase pack. We have those two stalwarts at the top, and then the chase pack doesn't look too impressive when you have Adam Schenk. And I say that with all due respect. After his great round today, it's hard to follow up that 62 with another one. And he even admitted he's not driving it that well. Peter Malnati is not a long hitter. So I don't see him playing well on the South Course. But Cameron Tringali is a guy who's made more cuts than anybody else on the PGA Tour, and he's never won. One of these times he's going to catch lightning in a bottle, and it could be this week. And wouldn't it be pretty fantastic for a guy like Tringali to win over guys like Rahm and Justin Thomas? So that's the one guy I look to hang in there. He's got a ton of experience, Cameron Tringali. He's played a lot of hard golf courses. He's played a lot of good golf. He's just never won. So let's go with Cameron Tringali as the guy who I think may make a little move on Saturday. Everybody will be watching the big names. Nobody except maybe Mrs. Tringali will be watching Cameron.
I'm gonna go with Dustin Johnson. You know, he's somebody that played. He was playing with Rahm and JT in the first couple of rounds. So that group is collectively like 35 under after 2 rounds at Torrey, which is incredibly impressive. You know, this is not a tournament that I thought coming in he would necessarily play that great. Hadn't played in like 100 days. Torrey's not a place where he necessarily thrives, but DJ's been better than I thought he would be over the first couple of days, especially at the South Course on Wednesday. He wasn't, you know, he was about field average at the North Course on Thursday, but I loved what he did at the South Course on Wednesday because he did it from tee to green. He did it with his iron play. It wasn't a fake round, you know, in the 60s where he's just making everything that he looks at on the green. So he's the guy that I look at with the most firepower to kind of rise up out of that middle of the pack and potentially, you know, he might not even have to do a ton. We've seen scores at 10, 11 under win here. So if he shoots 68, 69 on the weekend, I think he might be in it until the end here, Doug.
All right, we will see. Moving day on Friday as compared to the traditional Saturday moving day. Again, the tournament wrapping up on Saturday due to the AFC Championship game being played on Sunday on CBS. Kyle, Doug, appreciate it. Joining us from the PGA Merchandise Show in Orlando. Got to get some good gear there as they get ready for the season as well. You know, they don't just talk about golf, they play golf as well. All right, here's how you can watch final round coverage. 3rd and 4th round coverage on CBS beginning 5 Eastern on Friday, 4:30 Eastern on Saturday. We'll have post-round analysis right here on CBS Sports HQ. And for all of your golfing needs, for more awesome golf content, join Rick Gehman and his crew on the First Cut podcast, A Cavalcade of Stars. Doug Bell's on it. Kyle Porter's on it, Mark Immelman's on it, Greg Ducharme, Jonathan Coachman. You'll get tournament previews, including DFS picks and analysis. You'll also get round-by-round reaction to each PGA Tour event. The First Cut podcast, download and subscribe today.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.